70%. That is the percentage of people with neuropathy who say the burning is manageable during the day but unbearable at night. If you are in that 70%, there is a reason it happens, and it is not because the damage gets worse after dark. 3 things change inside your body the moment you get into bed. First, your core temperature drops as part of your natural sleep cycle. To release that heat, your body pushes more blood toward your feet. More blood flowing through already damaged nerve endings amplifies every misfiring signal. Your feet literally get warmer at the surface while the nerves underneath scream louder. Second, every muscle pump that was pushing blood through your legs during the day shuts off when you stop moving. Oxygen delivery to the nerves in your feet drops. Oxygen-starved nerves misfire more aggressively. And third, the distractions are gone. All day, your brain was busy filtering out the low-level burning beneath the noise of everything else you were doing. In a dark, quiet room, those signals are the only thing left to hear. Your brain turns up the volume because there is nothing else playing. That is not something you have to accept. 4 gentle exercises done 30 to 45 minutes before you get into bed can address all 3 of those nighttime triggers. 1 opens the nerve pathway that tightens from sitting all day. 1 pumps fresh oxygenated blood into the nerves that are about to be starved the moment you lie flat. 1 activates both the front and back of your lower legs to flush your feet from 2 directions at once, and the last one floods your nerve endings with rapid sensory input that recalibrates the signals before you fall asleep. Done together in this order, most people notice the burning is quieter by the 3rd night. Before we start, where are you watching from and how old are you? Drop your country and age in the comments. And I want you to rate your nighttime burning right now. 1 is mild warmth that bothers you, but you can eventually sleep. 10 is unbearable heat that keeps you awake past midnight. Write your number. You are coming back to this video in 14 days with a new number. Let me walk you through each exercise. The first exercise is seated ankle circles. And the reason we start here has nothing to do with your ankles. It has to do with the blood sitting in your feet that has been pooling there since mid-afternoon. By evening, gravity has been pulling fluid downward into your feet and lower legs for 12 to 14 hours. That pooled blood is deoxygenated. It has already delivered whatever oxygen it carried, and now it is sitting there stale, pressing against nerve endings that desperately need fresh supply. Most people try to fix this with simple up and down ankle pumps, and those help, but pumps only move blood in one direction. Your foot has veins and capillaries running in every direction, forward, backward, diagonally around the ankle bones. A straight pump misses most of them. Ankle circles solve this because every degree of the circle compresses a different set of blood vessels. At the 12 o'clock position, your shin muscles compress the anterior vessels. At 3 o'clock, the lateral muscles engage. At 6 o'clock, the calves take over. At 9 o'clock, the medial muscles activate. 1 full circle hits the entire network. It is the difference between squeezing a wet cloth from one end versus wringing it with a twisting motion. The twist gets dramatically more fluid out. For ankle circles, take a roll, or rolled up towel, and place it underneath your legs so your foot has movement. And then just make circles at your ankles. So it's not your whole leg, but just the ankle movement. You can go counterclockwise and then clockwise. Make the circle as wide as your ankle allows. Each full rotation should take about 3 seconds. Slow enough that you can feel different muscles engaging at different points of the circle. Do 10 circles clockwise, then reverse direction and do 10 circles counterclockwise. Switch to the left foot. Same thing. 10 clockwise, 10 counterclockwise. By the 5th or 6th circle, most people feel a gentle warmth building in the foot and lower leg. That warmth is stale blood finally being wrung out and fresh oxygenated blood flooding in from multiple directions. Your nerve endings are getting their first real oxygen delivery since you sat down after dinner. The second exercise is the supine hamstring stretch with a towel, and this targets a problem that most burning feet videos never mention. The nerve pathway being choked upstream. Your sciatic nerve is the longest nerve in your body. It starts in your lower back, threads through the deep muscles of your hip, travels down the entire back of your thigh, passes behind your knee, and splits into branches that reach every corner of your foot. When any part of that pathway gets compressed, the signal arrives at your foot scrambled. Your brain reads the scrambled signal as burning. After a full day of sitting, the muscles around this pathway, particularly the hamstring and the piriformis deep in your hip, tighten like a fist closing around a garden hose. The water still comes through the hose, but it sputters. Your nerve signal still reaches your foot, but it arrives distorted. Most people rub their feet or soak them in warm water because that is where the burning is, but the distortion is happening much higher up. If you release the compression in the hamstring and hip, the signal clears up and the burning at the foot calms down. You will need a towel, a bathrobe tie, a scarf, or any piece of fabric with length. Sit on the bed or floor. Loop the towel around the ball of your right foot. Place a towel or band around the sole of your foot. Pull the toes towards you while straightening the leg. You will feel a stretch in the calves and hamstrings at the back of your legs. You are looking for a comfortable stretch along the back of your thigh. When you find that stretch, stop pulling. Hold there. Breathe slowly. On each exhale, allow the towel to pull your leg a fraction of an inch further. Some people feel a mild tingling into the calf or foot during this stretch. That tingling is the nerve pathway opening. That is exactly what we want. It means the hose is unkinking and the signal is starting to flow more cleanly. Hold for 20 seconds. Slowly lower your leg. Switch to the left side. Same thing. 20-second hold. Do 2 stretches on each side. About 2 minutes total. Gentle is everything with this exercise. If you pull hard, the muscles will clench tighter around the nerve to protect it. The nerve responds to patient-sustained pressure, not force. Most people notice that after this stretch, their feet already feel slightly different before they have done the remaining 2 exercises. That is the upstream compression releasing. The signal is already traveling more cleanly from back to foot. Now that the pathway is open and the circulation has been wrung through the foot, we need to pump fresh blood through the entire lower leg in a way that reaches both the front and the back simultaneously. That is what the third exercise does, and it works differently from anything you have seen in other neuropathy videos. The third exercise is the seated heel and toe raise. Most foot exercises activate either the calf or the shin. This one activates both in alternation, creating a complete front-to-back pumping cycle that flushes your entire lower leg from both directions. Here is why that matters for burning feet at night. Your lower leg has 2 separate circulatory pump systems. The calves on the back of your leg push blood upward through the posterior veins when they contract. The tibialis muscle on the front of your shin pushes blood through the anterior veins when it contracts. If you only activate one, you are only pumping from one side. The other side stays stagnant. Alternating between heel raises and toe raises activates both pumps in rapid succession, creating a push-pull rhythm that moves blood through the complete vascular network of your lower leg in a way that no single exercise can match. Sit in your chair with both feet flat on the floor. First, keep the balls of your feet planted and lift your heels off the floor as high as they will go. You are rising onto the back of your feet. Feel your calves contract. Hold for 2 seconds. Lower. Now keep your heels planted and lift your toes and the front of your foot off the floor. Feel the muscles along the front of your shin engage. Hold for 2 seconds. Lower. That is 1 cycle. Heels up, hold, lower. Toes up, hold, lower. Do 12 cycles. About 60 seconds of continuous pumping. Rest for 10 seconds. Then 12 more cycles. 2 sets total. By the second set, you should feel warmth spreading through the entire lower leg, from ankle to knee. That warmth is oxygen-rich blood being delivered through both the front and back vascular systems simultaneously. Your nerve endings are receiving the most complete blood delivery they have had all day. Before we get to the fourth exercise, and this one is the one I want you to pay the most attention to because it directly addresses what happens the moment your head hits the pillow. Please hit the like button right now. It takes 1 second and it helps other people who are lying awake tonight with burning feet find this video. Thank you. The fourth exercise is seated toe tapping, and this is the one that targets the problem nobody else talks about, the signal quality. Here is what I mean. Even after you have opened the nerve pathway, improved circulation, and pumped fresh blood through both sides of your lower leg, the nerve endings in your feet are still misfiring. They have been sending scrambled signals for months or years. The hardware has been repaired by the first 3 exercises, but the software is still glitching. The nerve endings need to be recalibrated before you go to sleep, or they will continue broadcasting static that your brain interprets as burning. Toe tapping does something remarkable to damaged nerve endings. When you rapidly and repeatedly tap your toes against the floor, you are sending hundreds of identical sensory signals per minute through the nerve pathways in your feet. Each tap is a controlled, predictable, harmless input. Tap, 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 tap. The same signal over and over. Your nerve endings begin to synchronize around this consistent input. The random misfiring that creates the burning sensation gets overridden by the organized rhythmic signal of the tapping. Think of it like tuning a radio that is playing static. The tapping is the clear station frequency that the nerves gradually lock onto. Sit in your chair. Keep both heels planted firmly on the floor. Now rapidly tap all your toes on the floor in a continuous rhythm, like drumming your fingers on a table but with your toes. Fast, light, continuous. The taps should be quick but not forceful. You are not stomping. You are tapping. Each toe strike sends a clean, identical signal through the nerve ending in that toe to your brain. Tap for 30 seconds without stopping. Then rest for 10 seconds. Tap again for 30 seconds. Rest 10 seconds. One more round. 30 seconds. 3 rounds total. About 2 minutes. Most people feel something shift during the second round. The burning does not disappear, but it changes quality. It becomes less chaotic, less sharp, more like a dull warmth instead of an electric heat. That shift is the nerve ending synchronizing. The static is being replaced by a cleaner signal. Done right before bed, this recalibration carries into the first hour of sleep. Instead of your brain hearing chaotic misfiring the moment you lie down, it hears organized, quieter signals. The burning is still there, but it is not screaming. It is whispering. And for many people, that is the difference between staring at the ceiling until 2 in the morning and actually falling asleep. Here is your complete bedtime routine. Do these 30 to 45 minutes before you plan to go to sleep. Not right before bed, because the increased circulation will eventually need to be processed by your kidneys, and you do not want a bathroom trip at 3 in the morning. Seated ankle circles. 10 circles each direction, each foot. About 2 minutes. Supine hamstring stretch with towel. 2 holds of 20 seconds each leg. About 2 minutes. Seated heel and toe raises. 2 sets of 12 cycles. About 2 minutes. Seated toe tapping, 3 rounds of 30 seconds, about 2 minutes. Total time, about 8 minutes. The order matters, and I need you to follow it exactly. Ankle circles wring the stale blood out of your feet. The hamstring stretch opens the nerve pathway that has been compressed all day. Heel and toe raises pump fresh, oxygenated blood through both sides of the leg. And toe tapping recalibrates the nerve endings right before you lie down. Each exercise sets up the conditions for the next. Skip one and the chain breaks. And let me mention something that most people do not connect to nighttime burning. What you do with your feet under the covers makes a difference. Heavy blankets pressing down on damaged nerve endings amplify the misfiring. If you can, use a blanket cradle, or simply let your feet stick out from under the covers. Many people find that uncovered feet burn less than covered feet because the weight of the blanket is no longer compressing already irritated nerves. It sounds small, but for some people it is the single biggest change they can make tonight without doing any exercise at all. One more thing. If your burning feet are accompanied by open sores that will not heal, sudden numbness spreading rapidly upward past the ankle, or new weakness where your foot drops and you cannot lift it when walking, please see your doctor. These exercises are for the gradual burning and tingling that develops over months and years. Sudden or rapidly worsening symptoms need professional evaluation. My friends, we covered a lot today. Ankle circles to flush your feet from every angle, hamstring stretch to open the choked nerve pathway upstream, heel and toe raises to pump both sides of the lower leg simultaneously, and toe tapping to recalibrate the misfiring nerve endings before sleep. You do not need to do everything perfectly the first night. If you can only manage one exercise before bed tonight, do the toe tapping. It is the fastest way to quiet the signals before you lie down. Tomorrow, add the ankle circles. The day after, add the stretch and the raises. Small steps lead to real change. Write your number in the comments. Your 1 to 10 burning score tonight. For example, I am Thomas68 from Texas and my burning is a 7. Come back in 14 days and tell me your new number. I read every single comment, and your progress might be the thing that gives someone else the courage to try these exercises tonight instead of lying awake again. If this video helped you, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so we can keep working on this together. Your feet carried you your whole life. It is time to give them something back. Take care of yourself. I will see you in the next one.